Alright, reading out of the maintenance railway car manual. I'm just doing this read over because I think I need to know it better. Chapter 8, Car Brake Equipment, Section 1, Car Truck Brake Gear. Brake gear is a whole combination of parts for the car and train, and when working together, slow down and stop the motion of the car and the train. This part includes the foundation brake system and one of many overseas railways vacuum brake systems and used in lieu of the standard air brake system found in the U.S. Alright, B. The truck brake assembly includes the use part for the foundation brake with the gear and secured directly into the truck. This includes a truck live lever, a bottom connection rod, a brake rod, and a brake beam. Safety supports, truck dead lever fulcrum, brake beam heads, brake shoes, and all key pins and etc. needed to make an assembly complete. Figure 429. The dividing point of the connection of the truck live lever within the remainder of the foundation of the gear. Foundation brake gear parts include those parts known as the truck brake gear parts, standardized regulation specifications required by braking ratios fixed by the Association of American Railroads. Regulations strictly adhere to these regulations incorporated in the Department of Army specification railway equipment for both overseas and domestic service. Alright, a certain railway equipment such as the depressed center of flat cars, especially long passenger cars such as circus trains, are recovered. The long congested center section on the underframes require separate brake cylinders mounted on each of the truck, effective with the brake action in lieu of the conventional single body mounted brake cylinder foundation brake gear. For the difficult circumvented with the mounting of the complete independent brake cylinders on the foundation gear on each truck. A2, foundation brake gear. Generally, a foundation brake gear in figure 8.1 and 8.2 is defined in lever, rod, brake shoes, brake beams, and similar equipment either secured directly into the car or trucks associated with the car trucks through the component of the parts of the system. These parts component with the brake shoe handbrake system to the piston rod, brake cylinder, and the air brake system. The connection rod is made to that when the handbrake is operated with the air pressure force of the piston with the brake shoes forced against the wheels, this action slows down or stops the car or train depending on the speed, except to the extent of the brake application, the frequency of the application, brake beams, brake shoes, and levers, etc., illustrated in figure 429. B. Brake lever badge plate. A standard badge or dimension plate showing the dimension of the truck and body levers, which are standard of each for the car, was adopted by the Association of American Railroad in 1928. The badge plate is made of the metal fastened underframe of the car and acceptable placeable, preferably near the brake cylinder. This plate gives the proper dimension with the levers of the body of the both the body and truck brake gear. After an approved badge plate has been applied to any of the car, the levers will be checked to see if they conform to standard dimensions. These requirements are part of the rules in effect of the railroad governing annual repairs to the brakes of the freight cars. If wrong levers are found, they will be replaced and levers conforming to the dimension as shown on the badge plate. A3, brake gear regulators. Generally, several types of the brake gear regulators are used on freight cars. These regulators take up the slack mechanically in the brake gear to adjust the piston travel. Automatic slack adjusters, figure 8.3, must be properly regulated each time the piston travel is adjusted to ensure that sufficient take-up is available to maintain proper piston travel. And figure 8.1 shows the handbrake to the push rod, the cylinder rod, the lever guide, the cylinder lever guide, top truck rod, truck lever, brake beam, fulcrum, bottom rod, truck dead lever fulcrum. On the cylinder rod, you go into the floating lever, floating lever, with floating lever fulcrum, lever guide, top of the truck rod, truck live lever, brake beam, fulcrum, bottom rod, truck dead lever, and dead lever fulcrum. En route and service to make and describe paragraphs 16.7 and 8.19 of the three of those regulators described below. Of type 1. One type is provided with a notch and pull rod end of each of the car, which is connected with the dead lever to adjust the piston travel. Pull straight on the handle, which when located on the right side of the coupler, and let go. A pull on the notch pull rod locks when the rod is pulled as far as it will go. Then go to the opposite end of the car and repeat the operation. To release the change of the slack in the brake shoes pull handle, then give about an eighth of a turn to the right and then push back all the way. This gives maximum slack to the air brake and the brake. Type 2, another type is provided with the rigging lever and extend with the horizontal position with the point near the just end of the outer ledge of the car near the center, and some application with the hopper is located on one end. Lever actuates a notch of a square bar which has a pawl underneath the bar. Edges of the notch. Single lever serves to take up the slack on both trucks. To adjust the piston travel, pull the handle lever as far as it will go and then release. To release the slack, push up on the pawl, and then push back at the handle as far as it will go. Type 3, a third type is provided with the rotating square shaft when placed with the horizontal position under the car body, extending out under the outer sill of the floor of the car. 2 holes are drilled through the end of the square shaft. The short bar can be inserted with a hole on any of the 4 sides. The pawl wheel is placed on the shaft in the direction to turn shaft to take a slack is indicated up or arrow the housing and coupling with the pawl wheel. To take up the slack, insert a short bar in the whole end of the shaft and turn the shaft in the direction indicated by the arrow as far as it will go and then release. To release the slack, release the pawl and turn the shaft as it will go in the opposite direction. Adjust the type as shown in figure 8.4. Alright, 8.2 is a typical badge lever dimension plate. Brake track levers, cylinder levers, braking rigging dimensions. Braking rigging adjustment. You can find a sway that I did on this, which is pretty good. Alright, instruction plate placed on the car, which will have the type of the brakes and adjuster, contains the instructions shown in the illustration. Alright, you have A and R. R is the welding tail and the jam nut. The A is the screw extension, housing, pawl box, trigger block, trigger, actuator lever, fulcrum, bracket, actuator lever, fulcrum, L, RAL, and truck lever, dead lever over here. Do not operate the handbrake with a brake rigging disconnected from the truck. If necessary to set the handbrake with operating check, do not operate the handbrake while the brake rigging is disconnected from the truck. If necessary, set the handbrake for the operation check. First, remove the actuator lever. When replacing the regulator for any reason, rod length R from the pinhole jam nut must be maintained. Do not use dimension L as a reference as verified with the changes to A. Piston travel is determined in location, actuator lever of the fulcrum, permanently set it on the ground, insulation, screw tension, screw extension. A indicates the amount of take-up of the remaining regulator at any time. One car having new shoes and wheel screw extension, A should be between 16 and 18 inches measured on the brake set. As shoes wear, A will decrease. As new shoes are installed, A will increase. Moving the brake pins change rod length will change piston travel, but will change A. Therefore, will repairing car rod lengths and pin locations must be maintained. Section 2, handbrakes.